This class, which is co-taught by Alan Dharmawan, a PhD student at our department, and me, um, is part of the MA curriculum of the Department of Southeast Asian Studies at the University of Hamburg. This class introduces the students to critical heritage studies, to the theoretical premises of this field of inquiry, such as tangible, intangible heritage, identity, national identity and heritage, memory and heritage, performativity within heritage, heritage and social action, and a few others. It also has a very practical part um, in which the students do projects about heritage sites in Hamburg. Our visit to the museum was in the framework of our class, and this exhibition of Batak manuscripts was very much curated and put together with the help of one of our other PhD students, Roberta Zollo. So that is how we knew and we were involved in this exhibition, and also how we get to an excursion to the museum.
This exhibition is actually part of a big project and it's the result of a collaboration that we have installed between these two institutions, the Marco Museum and the CSMC. Basically, two main aims have sustained this project. From one side, the idea of revigorating the field of Batak philology in general, and especially the study of Batak ethnographic collection, and promote a new way of presenting exhibition of this object. But also from the other side, the hope of revigorating the interest and appreciation of the Batak community, and specifically here in the case of the Batak diaspora in Hamburg, which actually is a quite substantial community, toward this object that represent part of their culture which has been almost or completely forgotten by the same Batak people.
One of the first meetings and talking about the idea of the Zwischenraum and what should happen here, and I'm always emphasizing and stressing the point that it has to be a kind of more laboratory approach and more kind of also critical engaging in the knowledge production, what's happened here. The most important thing what I expect from this exhibition is that you're not going in there, seeing an object and saying, oh, that's classical Indonesia.
The exhibition has presented a selection of different types of Batak manuscripts, selection performed also according to the title given to the exhibition itself, The Power of Writing. This object, in fact, seems to attest two main functions attributed by the Batak to the process and to the result of writing, namely to enhance the power of the object which is carrying an inscription, but also at the same time to increase and fix the significance of the message entrusted on the writing support itself. In the exhibition, we try to include and present to the public a wide range of different types of manuscript that the Batak has produced. Starting from two really peculiar wooden statues, which are wearing necklaces presenting small bamboo cylinders filling it with inscription. Moving then to some ritual sticks probably owned by the Dautu, the shaman of the Batak, which are made in bamboo and enriched with different types of ornaments on top, such as in this case the head of an hornbill. These sticks present a combination of inscription of strange and magical drawings with some kind of short text. This inscription has been, however, blackened with some kind of black substance, probably with the aim of obscuring and hiding the message inscribed on these bamboo sticks. Then have been included some bone amulets presenting a combination of drawings and inscription of short text, and that probably they were worn by the Batak people for acquiring magical protection. Successively were presenting different types of artifacts made of bamboo, such as the bamboo oracles, which are made of single slips of bamboo presenting short inscriptions, also bamboo half cylinder that were used for inscribing letters. One example among the others is a letter we have found inscribed by one of the local Raja of the Batak and addressed to one of the most famous German missionary, Nomensen. Lastly, we have included the most canonical type of manuscript for the Batak, the so-called Pustaha. These are in fact manuscripts made from a long strip of bark folded in a concertina shape. These manuscripts mostly include instruction for magical preparation as well as various types of divination texts, and most of the time are also enriched with peculiar and particular drawings.
I would be really also interested what you think if this worked here, because what my hope, at least for the exhibition, was that if we collaborate with some kind of academically informed institution where we really kind of also have this kind of multi-layered perspective on the objects, they are not standing for something. So for me, without being an expert in Indonesia or Batak.
Yeah, I was like confused about like the question whether the exhibition is like German heritage or is it like representing Batak heritage. And for myself, or in my opinion, or my position on this question would be that I thought about this exhibition more as something which is representing maybe the history or the background of the Mark Museum, and as something like German heritage or German history, like on how the Mark Museum is looking or is perceiving this heritage, then it represents a Batak perspective.
One of the things that is missing here is authenticity. How authentic is a Batak collection of manuscripts on display in a certain way, in a classical way, in a German museum?
And with the limited physical space that they have at Mark, I suppose the challenge is even greater because there's so much to explain to people, there's so much context to be placed regarding the exhibition itself before people can even appreciate the artifacts that are on, or materials that are on display in the first place. So in a sense, this particular exhibition has, I would say, a lot of obstacles in itself because of not just the origin or the culture or the origin of the artifacts, but also where they are placed in this particular time, and also the restrictions of physical space as well. And of course, as we know, the current pandemic also restricted, for example, viewership and stuff like that.
Thank you very much for watching. This was the film made in the framework of the Critical Heritage Study class taught at the Department of Southeast Asian Studies at the University of Hamburg. And please realize that this topic was not the only or even the main topic of the class. Of course, it does touch upon heritage studies, but in the class we discussed many other aspects of these studies, and the students did individual or group projects. The exhibition had been set up, and then Corona struck, and the museum was closed. So it didn't have much visitors in the meantime, and we decided to go there and view and assess the exhibition of Batak manuscripts. In the end, we decided to make a film out of it, and that is the film you just watched. I would like to thank all the students for their contributions and their hard work. I would like to show and express my appreciation to the museum and the CSMC for their cooperation, and also to you for watching this. Thank you so much. Stay tuned in and hope to see you again. Bye bye.